Welcome back, watch fans. We are the last day of 2025. Unbelievable but true. Just a few hours left into the before the new year starts. And a couple of quick things. I just want to say a thank you to our channel members. That's right, the barons, the aristocrats who make this possible. That's right. If it wasn't for the thousands of members of this channel that send in millions of dollars each month, we would not be able to bring you the spiritual enlightenment that we've been bringing you this year. That's right. So it's thanks to them, to their contributions that make this channel possible, and also our new sponsors, QATAR. That's right. The Al Thani family, big fans of Richard Mille, and they've sent us $20 million to help us continue doing God's work. That's right, which is helping you make money with watches. Let's be very, very clear. I want to be very clear on one thing, just in case you don't know. What is the purpose of this channel? There's two purposes. Number one, for you to send money now. Number two, delivering alpha for you. That's right, delivering alpha. Do you know what that means? I just want to repeat, because we like to repeat things 20 times, because you got to repeat a message 7 times before it sinks in. Where did I hear that from? David Ogilvy, the father of modern advertising. Unbelievable but true. And so we're going to repeat, what is alpha? Well, again, it is called outperforming the market. Meaning, for example, S&P 500, let's say it goes up 5% a year, 8% a year, whatever it is, right? No big deal. If you just own the ETF, you own the basket of stocks, you'll perform. You'll get the same results as all the other tomato cans. You'll be the same tomato can as everybody else, which is fine. That's being average. It's okay. Nothing wrong with being average. And if you just did that, you actually would have done incredibly well. It's very hard to beat the market. Very few people have done it. Warren Buffett is one. Monish Pabrai, that's the guy, that's the Indian gentleman with a big mustache. He's like the Indian Warren Buffett. He's done it. It's amazing. I remember I heard about this guy like literally in the year 2000. A friend of mine was getting his newsletter, I think. I should have just bought it. I never heard of the guy before. And, well, shit, this guy probably made, trillions of dollars already. Anyway, the point is this. Delivering alpha is when you produce returns in excess of the average of the market. Is that, am I explaining that correctly? English is not my first language, so you're gonna have to excuse me. It's not quite as bad as some of these guys from La Isla de la Cucaracha who, they grew up in this country, but they still can't even speak English. We're talking about these hubcap thieves from Miami, and you got Stevie Wonder from Miami. I don't know how these guys can't even speak English when they grow up here. But anyway, I don't know. I got an excuse. I don't know what their excuse is. Besides stealing hubcaps. But yeah, see, these guys are beta males, okay? You got beta males out there. The beta. You're talking about Juan and Kino. You're talking about the JJ Bukiak, Archie Luxury, Artem Pizdet, Theo and Homo, who else is there out there? There's a whole universe. There's a universe of grifters. There's a massive griftverse, a grifter chomoverse out there. What they do is they tell you about tomato can watches like Rolex Submariner and, whatever nonsense, Omega and various Bukiak watches, okay? On this channel, we focus on only one thing, watches that can double in value in 12 months. Well, not in 12 months. That's aggressive. Although we've had that. That's right. We've been unbelievable. The track record of this channel is just incredible. I think I'm the Warren Buffett. I'm the Warren Buffett of horology. That's right. I'm the Warren Buffett. I want to be the Monish Pabrai. Warren Buffett is kind of old. Monish Pabrai, I think, is in good shape. I'm like the Monish Pabrai of horology. Why? Incredible. You've seen, look at all the videos. If you go, you Google it, okay? You Google our track record, all the videos you see, we've been incredibly right on everything. Now, I don't like to, I'm not here to brag about result, blah, 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 but I have to mention it because as Donald Trump says, hey, if you don't toot your own horn, nobody else is going to do it for you, okay? We got a lot of haters of this channel, and, sometimes you got to explain to people the reality. So we've been posting some videos showing you the reality, our picks, and the chomos out there who are doubters and haters and how wrong they've been. But yeah, on this channel, the goal is to deliver alpha, meaning We look for watches that can, double in value in, let's just say, I like to say 3 years. 3 years, I think, is a conservative number. That's about that's roughly a 33% compounding. I don't know if any of you guys can do math. I believe it's that should be about double your money in 2 years. Is that? No, excuse me. No, I'm wrong. No, double your money in 3 years is actually more. I don't know what the number is. It 33%? It should be. Listen, I don't know. I'm not that good at math. It's not my number one subject. What I can tell you is this. What I can tell you is, we focus on watches where you can, at least double your money in a few years. Okay. Now we've had, a little bit of luck. Some of the watches have doubled in 12 months. I told you about the Ellipse. I don't want to toot my own horn. But I specifically said that watch would double in value. That's the Apple iWatch 3582. And guess what? We're almost there. It was 11,000. We were offering it for 11,000. One is being offered at 19,000 right now, or sold for 19,000 in Europe. Extra few sold for 18, 19,000, whatever the numbers are. It doesn't really matter. And they don't even have the provenance that we have, right? It doesn't have the celebrity provenance of being touched by the colonel. Highly decorated aviator, highly decorated. We got the Congressional Medal of Honor, 3 silver stars, 2 bronze stars, a Purple Heart, and a couple of other things from Vietnam. And again, you're welcome for my service. So that provenance, I think, is worth something. Anyway, look, bottom line is this. I made that video 9 months ago. We were talking about that 9 months ago. You Google it. 9 months ago, we were telling you about this stuff back in January of last year, I think, or March. And guess what? We got 3 months to go before prices double. And I tell you what, I think prices for those watches are going to keep going through the roof. Now, here's the thing. You need to understand something. Forget about that. I'm not here to rest on laurels, okay? What's done is done. Look at the beautiful blues. Look at this. We got symphony in blue. Guys, you see this? We're artistic here. This is an artistic channel. It's an artistic channel. I was just actually listening to, I finally got the Bluetooth figured out. I mean, nobody could figure, I finally got the Bluetooth to work from my phone. I could listen to audio tapes, the audio, whatever. But I was actually listening to, very apropos, there's a gentleman called Tim Grover. I always confuse him with a guy named Vic Grover, who I remember from Wall Street days. Anyway, Tim Grover, apparently he's a baseball coach or whatever. Basketball. He's a sports. He was Michael Jordan's coach. Listen, I don't know anything about basketball. I never heard of this guy. But he's on YouTube, and I came across him. I bought 2 of his books. He's like he basically talks about winning bigly, okay? He's very, very good. Anyway, I was just listening to this, and that kind of gave me a little bit of inspiration, actually, to give you this update. So, yeah, winning, yeah, he talks about this. This guy, I mean, a fascinating guy, this Tim Grover guy from India. That's right, this guy's from India. And he's a basketball coach from Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, right? That's the guy. And Kobe Bryant. You heard of Kobe Bryant? You Google Kobe Bryant, okay? He was this guy. So this guy is working with winners, all right, bigly. And you can't rest on your laurels because you know what? There's always somebody else coming after you. That's right. You can't rest. You got to keep going. It's a relentless race to the top. And we are committed on this channel to bringing you alpha, delivering you alpha into 2026. With watches that increase bigly. And by the way, we are about to take off. There's going to be an exponential move in the vintage watch market. And again, on this channel, we're not talking about tomato can watches. By the way, this is a tomato can watch, okay? This is kind of beta. This is a beta watch. It's, it's going to move with the market. This is not, going to outperform the market too much. This is basically moving in line with the market. To get alpha, you got to go off the beaten path. And there's a number of watches we have our eyes on, which are going to create generational wealth. We're talking about you creating billions of dollars. That's right. You buying a watch and becoming an instant billionaire. That's right. We're talking about buying a watch for $5,000 that can make you a billionaire in 3 weeks or less. That's right. That's the goal. Yes. So anyway, there's a number of watches right now. This thing's happening in PATEK, in AP, a couple of other areas where we see prices moving up bigly. And, I think we may have to broaden our coverage into other areas because, there's actually a couple of number of asset classes. That's right. Asset classes that I think are going to do very well in the years ahead. To literally, okay, all kidding aside, for you to build real wealth. And I'm not talking about baseball cards and tomato can Pokemon. That stuff is going to crash. It's going to go below zero. I think we may have to expand into art coverage. That's right. This is a channel of men of culture and women of culture and transgender people of culture. Look, we're an equal opportunity channel. We take money from anybody. And we're going to, I think, expand coverage into the arts. That's right. It's only painting, art, fine art. We're talking about, when I say art, we're talking about art that'll make you money, okay? Art that increases value. You know, by the way, the Colonel, I don't know if you know, the Colonel has an incredible track record, not just in horology, in art. That's right. The Colonel's track record. The Colonel has a number of 10 baggers in art. You know what a 10 bagger is? It's something that goes up 1,000%, 10x, 10 times your money. That's right. We're talking about Manu Sher Yektai. We're talking about a couple of other guys. How many have we had? We've had a few. Yeah. Anyway, look, there's a couple of other 10 baggers out there in the art world. And yeah, you can get in early. We're talking about, basically for the price of a watch. For the price of a watch, you can get something of historical importance that could actually make you rich. That's right. In over a period of years. Now, the problem with art is you don't know when the trend is going to go. Sometimes it takes 3 years. Sometimes it takes 10 years. And all the money is made in that window. Like all the money can be made. You could be waiting, 8 years, and then boom, it does nothing for 8 years, and then in 2 years, the price goes up 10x. Yeah, I've seen that happen, like literally. Unbelievable, but true. Anyway, look, gentlemen, I want to wish you a happy New Year. We're doing a little bit of New Year shopping here. I'm here in Chomostan, rainy day in Chomostan here, and we just did a little shopping at our good friends. The good thing is they have good Russian delis here. We got the caviar, salmon caviar. They're the best type, and we got the bread, some Russian bread from Europa Market. Big shout out to our friends Europa Market on Geary Boulevard. They have great prices on they have good stuff. They got the look at this. Can you see what we got here? We got what do you call it? I don't know how do you say this in English. It's called kisla kapusta. I don't know how you say that. And we got some half sour pickles. We got a couple other things. You can't get this anywhere else. And these guys have amazing prices here. So yeah, Europa Market. Don't buy this stuff at Whole Foods. Don't be a bukyak. Okay, you can't buy this caviar at Bukyakistan. It's got to be fresh, and only the Russians know how to get the caviar fresh. Unbelievable, but true. Anyway, gentlemen. So again, thank you to all our sponsors, the aristocrats of the channel. Again, we have literally tens of thousands of members who are sending millions of dollars each month, and you should join them. Okay, you should join these people. And also make sure to send super thanks, $500 or more. Wires also accepted, $50,000 or more. Your contributions will all be blessed tenfold, even 100-fold. That's right. If you send $1,000 to this channel, you're going to get $100,000 back. Money not back guaranteed. Okay, money not back guaranteed. You understand what I'm saying? You send $1 million, you're going to get $100 million back. When? Soon. Now, the Al Thani family of Qatar, our latest sponsor, has kindly donated $20 million to give enlightenment to the world, and we're here to bring you truthiness of horology, and yeah, they're going to be blessed 100-fold. So yeah, because of their contribution. So if you want to join them, you want to join the Al Thani family. Our good friend Tucker Carlson, who's buying a house in Qatar. I don't know if I think he's getting the house. Now I'm also buying a house in Qatar. That's right. I'm buying a house in Qatar. I'll be live streaming from Qatar in the new year. The house is thanks to the Al Thani. It's not really a house. It's more of like a, small palatial mansion that they gave me, and I'm going to be actually living next to Tucker Carlson. Where it's going to be like a compound. It's going to be. It's going to be like a grifter compound. We're going to be live grifting from Qatar. And inshallah, in 2026, Inshallah, 2026, you will all make a lot of money with watches. Again, major trends emerging. Major trends emerging. This is a great time to be alive. Alahamduallah, right? Alhamdulillah. So, yeah, that's the major trends. And stay away from haram. Haram channels like, the Chomoverse, the Archie Luxuries, the JJ Bukyaks, the Juan and Kino, Opus and Time. You got these grifters. You got the grifters in London. London is a hotbed of grifterdom. You got this guy who's like always laughing, and I mean, it's weird. I don't know. Something just, it's a little weird. You know what I'm talking about? The guy Laffy Taffy. I'm calling him Laffy Taffy. It's the guy who's like, he does a book, Justin Haste or something like that. I don't know. This guy just creeps me out. He actually has a couple of decent watches. He's basically a beta male. He's a beta male like Juan and Kino. He's a little bit late. Actually, no, he's actually a little bit better. He's actually a beta. Juan is actually not even beta. He's like, I don't know what's called below. It's negative returns. Juan has negative returns because his Rolex Submariner Smurf has collapsed in value as predicted. Whereas at least Justin Haste is he's a trend. He's a dick rider. Justin Haste is a dick rider, riding trends after they've already broken out. In other words, like after it's already established. He's a momentum player, basically. He's a momentum guy. He's like, a momentum guy, like one of these, Can Slim, William O'Neill type of guy. He's riding the momentum. He's not discovering things early on. He's riding the momentum after the pioneers, like yours truly, the Colonel, this guy, the Colonel, Colonel has established the trend. That's right, these dick riders. So you got dick riders like Justin Haste, you got Theo and Homo, you got, the English is, you got Justin Haste. Who else is there? You got who's that, the funny looking broad. She's Canadian. That's all you got to know. The funny looking one. Watch Gringo or something like that, whatever it is. This Bukyakes. She's not a Bukyak, she's a Bukyakes. And by the way, we're talking about we got Rivian here. We're talking about Rivian. We got Rivians here. We're very bullish on Rivian in 2026. Very bullish on the Rivian stock in 2026. And it better do well, otherwise could be rough. We're all in on Rivian. And unbelievable but true. Gold, I believe, again, to recap, I think it's going to hit $8,000 potentially in the next 12 months. We're going to be consolidating. It might be bouncing around, drop a little bit, then go crazy. We're going to have a parabolic move in gold. I'm telling you guys, we're going to have a parabolic move in gold. Nobody else will tell you this. Now, again, I'm not a trend rider. I've been in gold since 400. That's right, since 400. Now, how smart am I? Did I go all in on gold at 400? No. I had very, very little, tiny, minute position, and I've added throughout the years. But I haven't bought anything since like $1,500. I haven't touched anything since $1,500. That's right, unbelievable but true. And I wouldn't buy it now because even though I think it's going to double, because it's already like, you're in the danger zone. Once something is already like, I don't know. I'm not that type of momentum player. This is probably the smart time to get in because the trend is already ready to explode. But I'm just not, psychologically, I just don't have that mentality really. But I think the big money in gold is going to be made in the next 6 to 9 months. That augurs very well for watches. Again, day date. We told you about day date for the last year. Archie Luxury poo-pooed it. All these bukyaks were telling you about steel watches. You know why they were telling you about steel watches? I'll tell you why they told you about steel sports watches. Because they're controlled by the Mossad. That's right, the Mossad. Listen, our good friends in Qatar have told us we got to expose the truth about the Mossad. The Mossad controls all these watch channels. Archie Luxury, JJ Bukyak, and even Juan and Kino. And all those guys are pushing steel watches. Why? Because those watches are not going to make any money. Gold is where the money is. Okay, the gold watches are going to go to the moon. And day date is outperforming. Steel watches are for bukyaks. We told you this before. You were warned about the steel watch thing. Two-tone at the minimum. You got to go two-tone at the minimum. Okay, this is it. And we're not talking about wearing chains like Juan and Kino and all these low lives, with the gold. We're not here to be, some sort of third-rate Puerto Rican hubcap thieves here. All you need is just one piece of gold on your body. That's it, to repel the demons. Okay, one piece of gold on your body, and doesn't have to be too big. It can't be too big, because if you go beyond 40 millimeters, there's a diminishing returns. Actually, it works inverse. So you gotta kind of stick to this thing. All right, gentlemen, that's it. Happy New Year 2026, and here's to your getting alpha in 2026 from your watch collecting. May all your dreams and wishes come true, and in best of health for you and your family.